Alright, welcome back everybody. It's me again. And yes, I am spamming your feed today. Sorry about that. This is my third video for the day. But I thought I'd do a metal vinyl update because I've been really in the mood to do one of these. So, diving straight into it. First one is going to be one that I'm really stoked to have, actually. I used to have a bootleg edition of this, but I decided to get my hands on an official version. This is Arcanum. This is their first album. I believe it's pronounced Fron Martyr. Sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, it's, their first album. Really cool artwork that's in the front there, or picture I should say. Really cool picture. On the back is a really cool symbol. Now this one comes with an inserts, which, it's always nice to have. So basically it comes with the lyrics, which are pretty useless to me because I do not speak Swedish or read it. So yeah, I don't really know what this is, but the lyric content of this is basically like, I guess from what I understand, it's like anti-cosmic sort of religion that is centered around a god named Pan. I don't know if I got that right in the slightest. I'm just kind of paraphrasing here from what I know, okay? Alright, so the vinyl LP is on a picture disc, which my biggest gripe with picture discs is not really the sound quality, but rather that a lot of them don't come with proper jackets. But of course this one does. So definitely very stoked to have this one. The sound quality on this is pretty darn good as well. So yeah, nice picture disc LP there. The music on this is really nicely played black metal. Even people that are really familiar with black metal sometimes overlook Arcanum, unfortunately. But in my opinion, Arcanum is one of the finest in black metal, I gotta tell you. With their really, well, I shouldn't say there, it's really like a one-man band. So really with Arcanum's really catchy riffs, very ritualistic atmosphere, and actually really good production. A lot of black metal out there, a lot of people's gripes with black metal is that the production's not that great. Well, Arcanum does it really, really well done. So, but yeah, if you are not familiar with Arcanum, no better place to start than here, really. Their debut LP, Fron Martyr, picture disc reissue, definitely want to get a hold of. Okay, moving on to another band. This one is also from Sweden. I've been on a Sweden kick, haven't I? All the bands I've shown thus far have been from Sweden today. But yeah, one of my favorite projects from Sweden. The creators of black metal as I know it. This is Bathory from Sweden. This is the last two albums that they ever released. Unfortunately, I think this was meant to be 4 parts. This is the first 2 parts. But unfortunately, Korthon, the main member from Bathory, died before it could be completed, unfortunately, which is an absolute shame. Korthon was an absolute mastermind when it came to music, and it's very, very sad. That he left us. What was it? 10 years ago now? A decade? Jesus Christ, where does time go? It's been a decade since Korthon died. But yeah, this is actually a really cool compilation. I'm not normally a fan of compilation vinyl LPs, but in this case, this is like absolutely useful because it actually features 2 complete albums in one, set. And, surprisingly, this really isn't that expensive. It contains Norland 1 and Norland 2 for a total of 2 hours of music. It has 2 vinyl LPs in there. Each side is half an hour of music, so 2 hours in total. And, yeah, I mean, that's just an absolute steal because I paid was it $25 for this? For 2 albums? Jesus, yeah, count me in. Here's the back. I think it actually, I don't know if yeah. There you go. The full artwork there. Inside has lyrics to all of the songs. And this one actually comes on a really cool, solid blue vinyl LP. Or LPs, I should say. Both of the LPs look like this. On this really cool, solid blue. But yeah, the music that is on both of these albums is just nothing short of brilliant. And I cannot say enough good things about these two albums. They have a very nice Viking feel to it. You know, if you could imagine a Viking movie, well, the soundtrack to this movie would be, you know, the music that's on this album. Probably my favorite songs that are on here. You know, the whole two albums are masterpieces here, but my favorite tracks that are on here: Norland, Dragon's Breath, Ring of Gold, Broken Sword, Forever Dark Woods. Also, let's see, Blooded Shore, Sea Wolf, and probably my absolute favorite that's on here, which, you know, got me interested in both of these albums, was The Death and Resurrection of the Northern Sun. Just really, really fantastic stuff here. I cannot say, as I said before, I can't say enough good things about these two albums. Norland 1 and 2 by Bathory, the last two things that Corthon put out before his death. Really, really essential to hear. I really do recommend that everybody check this out. So yeah, to get this one, you're probably looking at around $25. So it's not too expensive, really, for 2 hours of music. Are you kidding? I forgot to say that the other LP that I showed earlier is worth about the same amount of money. So, okay, moving on to another album, or EP, I should say, another record. This is a band that I recently caught live. A friend of mine took me to a pallbearer show, which he paid for the ticket. You know, it was kind of like a Christmas present, so it was really cool of him to do that. But there was a band there that opened, which I wasn't familiar with, and they're called Mortals, which is an all-female band, which I think started out as kind of like a punky, crusty, sludgy sort of metal, which is really cool. You know, I'm a big fan of punk, as a lot of you should know out there. Nowadays, they're more of a sludgy, sort of doomy kind of metal. But even so, you know, their music, I think, holds a lot of influence from punk still. Like, it has a very nice, catchy sort of feel to their music, which, you know, is something that I really look for. But another thing that really caught my eye about them is that they are, you know, an all-female group, which, you know, in a male-dominated genre, is definitely going to be an eye-catcher, whether it's explicitly always stated or not. But yeah, Mortals, they're really, really, they're a really great group. That's I really wish I'd known about them earlier, to be honest, because they're fantastic. I think they're one of my favorite groups of all time now, especially, you know, in the modern sort of metal area. I actually did meet up with them after the show. I actually got this LP at the show, and they were all kind enough to sign it for me. So yeah, oddly enough, they signed the back of the LP, which, I mean, I'm not complaining about, but I just thought it was kind of funny and odd, because I've never had an artist do that, sign the back of the LP. This is only an EP here with 2 tracks. So single-sided LP. There's actually nothing on the back, it's just a blank. And this side has 2 tracks. So the packaging on this, not particularly exciting, but, you know, it's just an EP, so I'm not really complaining here. To get this EP, you're probably looking at around $12, I think. But it's got a, you know, a relatively good amount of music, you know, time-wise. And it's really fantastic stuff, you know, really. If you're looking for, you know, better modern metal, which I know that it's really, really difficult to find these days, because in my opinion, a lot of modern metal is really no good. But if you're looking for a really good modern metal, look no further than Mortals. Really, really great stuff, indeed. And I'm really glad that I caught them live as well. Okay, so moving on to the last thing that I'm going to show you today. This is another modern day release that I'm really happy to have in my collection. But it's by an old school band. This band is from Germany. Thrash metal band from Germany, formed in the 80s. And this is... I don't think they've released anything since then. So this is really their newest album that was released in 2012. Jeez, what is that, like 2 or 3 years ago now? Where does time go? Okay, Phantom Antichrist by Creator. Really, really amazing album, let me tell you. I don't usually, care for a lot of modern metal like I said before, but this one is just absolutely fantastic. And I gotta tell you guys, this is one of the more fantastic thrash metal masterpieces that I've heard in a very, very long time. Arguably the finest thrash metal that I've heard in a very long time indeed. Really sick cover art that's on the front there. The back has a picture of the band and track listings. It's also a gatefold. It also comes with a hype sticker. A yellow hype sticker that's on the front there. Comes with 2 custom inner sleeves, which I will take out here. Just give me a minute. Okay, so here's the first side to the first custom inner sleeve. It's got really cool artwork all throughout, by the way, which I really, really enjoy. And the inner sleeves also contain the lyrics to all the songs, as well as some information on the back here, and the last bit of lyrics. It's a double vinyl LP, which I gotta be honest with you guys, it's pretty, worthless and meaningless to do this on double vinyl LP. There's no reason for there to be on double vinyl LP. It's at 45 RPM, so the record is done relatively quickly. But the 2 records themselves are really, really beautiful. On red with black splatter vinyl. I gotta tell you, this is one of my more favorite splatter vinyl records that I own, definitely. And yeah, they're absolutely stunning to look at. As I said, pretty meaningless to have this at 45 RPM with 2 vinyl LPs. It would have worked just the same way if they had just done 33 1/3 RPM with just 1 LP, really. But I guess, I can't really complain too much because both of the LPs actually contain different labels, and it's pretty cool stuff, and, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it too much, but it's just annoying to, have to get up so often to change the record. But anyways, yeah, Creator, Phantom Antichrist. Really, really amazing solos, catchy lyrics, great vocals. The drumming is just phenomenal. And it's an album that I definitely do recommend if you're looking to get into more modern metal. Which, this Creator is an old school band, as I said. But, the album is new. So if you're looking to get more into, modern metal, yeah, Creator, Phantom Antichrist. This is a beast of a thrash metal album. And I definitely do recommend it if you are interested in that area of music. To get that one, you're probably looking, geez, I think it's gone up in price a little bit since it came out. So I think you're looking maybe $30, $40 for that one, I think. But they've done cheaper versions, I think, on yellow vinyl, which I think are more in the range of $20, $25. So anyways, that is all I have to show. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry for doing so many videos in one day, but I haven't done videos in a while, so, bear with me here. Okay, I'll catch you guys all later, and goodbye.